All right, that's my pitch. Hi, Don. Happy New Year to you, buddy.
Happy New Year there, Dale. How you doing?
Good. I think the last time you were on, you had a seasonal in oil that worked out pretty good.
It's still grinding higher. I think I know a
Yeah.
lot of people are bearish on oil right now, but I think they're anticipating maybe something Trump is going to do. But if the seasonal's there and the commercials are still liking it, you got to like this oil. So
You have anything? What were you prepared to talk about today?
I just put up an article yesterday on bar chart for a silver market.
Oh, that's great. Okay,
It's
so
interesting because silver's been
yeah.
kind of complacent lately in the news. I was looking over the news yesterday and I was like, where no one's well, not yesterday, I'm sorry, about a week or so ago. And I was noticing, man, no one's talking about silver. So is it gone off the market? So there's a little
Well,
complacency set in, and now we might be getting a pop.
okay, so you're bullish here. Okay, because
Yeah,
I
short
thought
term.
yeah, I thought it might be coming to an end. You have seasonals on that. Let's see your
Yes.
word.
Yeah.
Okay, okay. Well, you want to share?
Sure will. Yeah, let me pull this up
What
here.
good is anything until it's shared with another?
That's right. How's that go about a candle loses nothing by lighting another?
Oh, yeah, there you go. I like it.
Yeah, let me see if I can find
So,
this chart here. Here we go. And then share.
do you do the gold silver ratio, Don, to kind of come
You,
up with your preferred longs?
you know I don't. It's something. It's kind of like following the crack spread in oil, gasoline, and heating oil. It's from people at a totally different level of knowledge than I am. Let's put it that way. So
Okay.
it's too many moving parts for me. I do a lot of
Here,
spread trading, but I do a long 1 month, short another, something like that. I don't get
I
into
see.
butterflies and octopuses and penguins. I just like give me my
Oh,
calendar spreads.
all right. Okay.
Okay. Can you see my screen now with the bar
Yeah,
chart?
got it. Got the bar
Okay,
chart
cool.
up there.
All righty. So anyway, this is barchart.com, and for people who want to follow, there's a link on here. I can show you that. And also, by the way, I did get onto X, I guess it is, or used to be Twitter or whatever it was called. I basically just go on and post my articles and stuff on there, but basically it's the at Majestic Futures. I don't know if there's a chat or I could type that in here somewhere, but and then you can follow me
Okay.
on there as well. But here on Bar
Oh,
Chart,
that's great.
you can get all of my historical articles I've written for the last 2 years and something, and basically I just write one a week. But on the home page, there's a column here, it's just called News. Click on that. And over here on the left, it just got featured authors. And then down here is the name Don Dawson.
Yeah.
I don't come up, and these are all my archived articles down in here about everything you can think of in the commodities markets and the equity market as well. But this is one I just wrote yesterday about silver prices are welcoming Trump's negotiation tactic. And basically, it's kind of like, in my opinion, anyway, just kind of giving it a boost, to come along and make silver a little bit stronger. Obviously, for with Mexico's ordeal yesterday, but it's kind of like it reminded me of the recession we had back during COVID. We had like the shortest recession in history. We kind of like went into it, went out of it super quick, and it was almost
Yeah.
like that yesterday. We started a morning off. Canada and Mexico both have tariffs. By the time I finished writing this article yesterday, both of them had been resolved. I was like, man,
Yeah.
you know. But anyway, it was a pretty interesting day in that matter.
Yeah. I guess we have to get used to it.
Exactly. There we go. Yeah, I'm hoping it's a little bit more mellow this time than the first time around. Man, I'll tell
Oh,
you what, that was some scary mornings waking up and
are you
back
kidding
in.
me? Look who's coming to visit him today.
Mm,
Benjamin Netanyahu.
yeah. Oh, yeah.
No,
Yeah.
I know that everyone thinks they're mainly going to be talking about Gaza and working out the peace deal, and I'm sure they will. But I strongly believe that they're mapping out war plans for Iran. And the
Mm,
reason being that's the main mission of Netanyahu for 20 years, 30 years since I've been following him with presentations in Congress and everything. And the other reason is Trump knows that assassination attempts and there were people out to to hit him that were being financed by Iran. He's
mm.
not the type of guy that's going to just say, you know, I'll just move on. So
Right.
keep that in mind, oil traders.
Yes.
Um,
Oh, for sure.
all right,
I wouldn't
all
want to
right.
be short oil. Let's put it that way. It's Not anytime soon, that's for sure. So basically, oh, and here's the tab up here for follow this author if you ever just wanted to follow me. And like I said, I post my articles on LinkedIn and also on X as well.
Okay.
And so basically, it just kind of all started out talking about with Trump and his tariffs and everything like that. And I used to every time I hear like or I'm sorry, Trump talking about putting tariffs on, I always come back to what Trump is, and that is he's a businessman, and he knows he is good at negotiating. I don't care to love him or hate him, but that guy is a businessman and can negotiate. He might have to put some leverage on people, but he knows how to do it. And that's pretty much, and he did that, remember, with the Colombian government recently.
Yeah.
And even
Yeah.
before he got in office, he did that. I can't remember what that whole story was about. He had put something out, some kind of a threat, and it was resolved within a day or two. People already, like, okay, okay, we'll do this. So I look at it like that, but I think what happens is the media just automatically goes on a tangent about how inflationary tariffs are and blah blah. And they're not wrong because in the long run, if a tariff lasts long enough, they are. But in this case, we're seeing and that's why I put in here about being it was fortunate that Mexico and Canada, came around on the negotiations because it didn't have to go into a situation where it was going to create inflation or immediate inflation and so on like that. But I'm in the camp that we do, and we are in this country. We have to get these borders secured. I stand strongly with him on that, and I don't care what it takes, but we need to get that done. This country is just going totally the wrong way about letting too many illegals in this country. So that's got to get resolved. So I'm definitely I'm in alignment with that. However, what I'm seeing here is when he's coming and making these Trump these tariffs announcements like this, and you take Mexico, which is the world's largest producer of silver, that's obviously going to have an impact on something like the silver market, right? So anyway, I was talking about that with the complacency kicking into the market, and the complacency that I was seeing was like I mentioned, there really wasn't that much talk about silver. A lot of gold talk. We were talking about that. Somebody was even bringing up, I think it was I think uranium the other day or something. But a couple of the metals like that, and copper might be showing some life or something. But silver kind of went off. And if you looked at the chart, you could see we had a nice run up, and then we kind of went sideways for a while. But and then started this uptrend in December. So that was a good thing too, because if you get too many people who are too bullish on the market when it first starts out, it seems like it has to kind of come down and clean out the stops first and then want to take off. But when you have a complacent market and it starts in an uptrend, you don't seem to get those volatile moves back to reject those lows again. So fingers crossed that's going to be the case this time.
Well, there's
Uh,
been all kinds of news where you don't have to cross your finger about really shortages in the physical market. We've heard about
mhm,
gold. Bank of England's taking 8 weeks to deliver gold now. I've
mhm,
been reading all kinds of things about shortages in warehouses, and people are substituting different types of silver bars that aren't
right.
exactly contract spec. So there's like there has been for years, the paper positions, especially the shorts, compared to what they have in warehouses, is like, well, that's what the squeeze is going to be about, right? It'll probably happen during a delivery, like a March delivery month, or a
Mhm.
July, or a December. Don't you
Yeah,
think?
it'll be the bigger months. Right, right.
Yeah,
Mhm.
yeah.
Yeah,
So
that'll be interesting.
maybe
The one
that's brewing for March.
Never know. The one
All
thing I
right.
found about metals news, whenever you see an article about metals, I always go and look and read who the author is. And if it's anybody who is selling metals, I really take it with a grain of salt. Okay. I saw a couple things about silver a couple weeks ago. Somebody came on and they were from over in the UK somewhere and they were just hyping this silver up, saying silver is on fire. Oh my gosh. It's gone inverted. It's in backwardation. Immediately went in because I follow in spreads. I want to know that. And it was in contango upside, normal market. And yet they were hyping a backwardation market. I was going, no, not quite yet. So anyway, and that was again with somebody who was selling gold or silver or metals. And I was
Yeah.
like, I hate when people hype stuff up like that. But that's a good thing about following price action. The market knows everything, right? You don't have to, you don't even have to understand the news. All you do is follow price action, and that's how you make your money anyway. So
Right.
the thing here on this particular technical picture was, and bar chart just started putting this up. recently. I just found it recently, but it's got all the major moving averages, like the 200-day to 50 to, just the ones that a lot of people look at. Doesn't necessarily mean you have to use them, but you look across here for silver and we're green, 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 green. So it's pretty positive as far as that goes, as far as over the moving averages. So that's a good sign too, especially when you're getting a nice seasonal buy coming in. You kind of want to see some positive like this. You wouldn't want to see red, 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 red if you're looking for a seasonal buy. All right. So this is another positive for us right here for a seasonal pattern. And the other one is this is a December low that we had. And it's not, I'm not saying this is a bull market right here, but we are certainly showing the signs of higher highs and higher lows coming off of a seasonal low, which I'll show you here in just a moment. And it's just kind of grinding higher. But what's interesting behind this is who's doing this buying. This is the structure of the price market right here. And up here is the cash market, which basically the spot market is another word for it. 31.57 at the time of the screenshot that I did. And what you notice is the futures prices are each month as we go further out are getting higher, like 32.45, 49, so on like that. And that's called a normal market. And all normal or contango, all that means is that this allows commercials who have the spot market or need to buy or sell this can go out here into the future, especially producers, and sell contracts at higher prices to hedge. Like if they own spot right now and they want to sell it later, say they want to sell it in December of 25, they can sell it for 33.45 right now. And so
that's carrying charge market.
Right, exactly, right. Storage interest and is what they're doing. So basically, this is just a normal market. Commercials can actually hedge in this kind of a market. And it doesn't really tell you if the market's bullish or bearish right now, because pretty much supply demand is in balance, if you will. Now, we're not totally in balance, but it's not out of balance, let's put it that way. Now, what I've showed this for is because if we start to see the spot price starts to go higher than our futures contracts, and each one of the futures contract prices get lower as we go out here, that's going to be the sign of a bull market coming in silver. So keep an eye on this spot March is our first really major contract right here, but keep an eye on these right here. And we start to see these diverging, or worse, not worse, but better. If this starts to go higher, the spot price goes higher than the futures, that's a backwardation or a bull market right there. Okay. That's something very, very positive for a market. And basically, that's the commercials have to do all their activity in the spot month because they can't be selling lower prices. For example, that same hedge, if you're a producer and this is at, say, $29 and the spot's at 31, you're not going to sell a December contract at 29 when spot's 31. You're going to do all of your selling in the spot month, right? So everything's done here and now in the spot market. So keep an eye out on this thing going backward. If it does, very, very bullish scenario for silver. Now, here's the commitment of traders report. And this was interesting. I'm going to go back over to the left. The yellow line represents the price of silver, and this is for the managed money. All right. So this would be your commodity trading advisors, CPOs, so on like that. The yellow line is your price action. Blue bars are the number of long positions they hold. The red bars are the number of short positions they hold. So you can see overall they've been very bullish silver because they've had more longs than they've had the shorts, which are the reds. The greens are spread bars, but don't pay attention to those right now. So what I want to show you is back here in this February timeframe, coming up here into May. This is usually a seasonal peak that we see in silver prices up in here. But what happens in here is look at each week as we're going through that seasonal pattern. This is what we're in right now, pretty much. We're at the beginning of this. Look how each week, how managed money comes in and gets longer and longer and longer. Basically, they're trend followers is what it amounts to, right? And right on up to the peak. And as the peak gets in, they start unwinding by selling their longs, okay? Not necessarily increasing their shorts. They're just selling their longs, and that's what's pushing some of this price down. And now over here where we are in December 24, when we put that bottom in that we were talking about back up in here, all right, just double bottom in here. When we put that in, look how the weeks since have been getting more bullish. They're getting more bullish. Last week, man, not so much. Be curious to see what this week does. So this is a very good sign here where you're having a seasonal low, and I'll show that to you in just a moment, and you show managed money coming in like this. You have an uptrend coming into the market like this, and it's just encouraging. And the moving averages, that's kind of confirming, okay, things are looking pretty bullish here. So I'm just kind of looking to see if I can get the stars to line up here. It's pretty much what I'm trying to do. So this is very positive for what we have. Now, from the standpoint of the seasonal picture, there's that April, May high that I was talking about right here. And last year we came in there and we hit that peak and we came down. We had this little gap up, or not gap, but this run up in here and got a little higher prices. Came right back into the old May highs though. But anyway, so we get this. Then we come down, we put these July, make it low, and we get a bounce. October, we get a bounce. And pretty much we followed that this year. There's your July, August, we get the bounce. We come down, here's your October, and now we're getting our next bounce up in here. But December's the one that we really want to pay attention to. And it's amazing, like crude oil is another good example how December becomes such a low price in crude to start that rally going up into the driving season. But this is the silver market. And you can see December right here starts to do, and this is a 15-year average, by the way, I'm sorry, by more research, and on the spot market. So for the last 15 years, this is what silver has done on average, and that is put their lows in there around that December, and we get this rally that continues right on up in here's our January right here, and we're going to go a little sideways, and then we get this pop up into April again. So this is the pattern I'm just kind of looking at right now. And with everything that we've got going on, especially with these guys starting to buy into this move right here, and again, the price action is showing a pretty good uptrend right here. It's looking pretty good right now. I'm not saying we're going to $50, from here. I don't know. I never try and predict where we're going to go to. I just follow trends. And when I follow my trends, I just want to see who the participants are. Is it strong hands or weak hands? And then, is there a seasonal pattern that comes in and supports that? So that's pretty much what I'm looking at for here in the silver market. And then I think when you have I look for things like, Trump talking about tariffs, or it could have been anybody talking about anything, but I like to see a catalyst coming in during a seasonal pattern because it really just kind of adds fuel to the fire, and that gives a little bit more kick to get it going. So it really rounds out the stars when you can get a good fundamental or a catalyst that kicks in like that to support your trade.
What kind of
And
instruments are you using
well,
to
I
take
got
advantage?
down here, got a couple things that you can pop into. Here we go. The SLV, which is your exchange traded fund, you can trade off of
Right.
that. Okay.
Yeah.
The futures markets has got the standard size future.
Right.
That's a huge contract right there. So it's like what
5,000 ounces still?
yeah, it's a lot of capital, and volatility is not is not something that you can be afraid of because you've got to love volatility in that market. There is a micro size that has been doing very good as far as liquidity goes, so you can trade that on the futures contract. And then also for you guys in the forex market, obviously you got you guys know a lot more about this than I do, but the XAG to US dollar, and I assume there's probably other currencies you can trade it
Oh,
against. But this one
okay.
here will give you your current spot price for silver trading it. So multiple ways that you could be trading or participating in this move up without exposing yourself to a lot of risk. I mean, obviously, this guy right here would be the huge one here. That would be you've got to be a well-funded trader and very good risk management skills to hang one to this one.
Okay. Appreciate it. Really nice stuff. Uh, why don't we'll exchange emails for the next time we get together, include your handle and
Okay.
help you build a following on X, Don.
Okay. Well, cool. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. You just like say
You
like
know,
keep articles posted on there, and then you get the feedback from.
yeah, I see you on LinkedIn a lot too.
Yes.
You
Yeah.
could
That I.
find, yeah.
Yeah. I find that
So,
very interesting. When you get on LinkedIn, it's I got quite a few, like even people down in South America, there's coffee producers and so on like that. They're very engaged on LinkedIn and just like
yeah,
keeping up, listening. And those are like sort of the boots on the ground, if you will, down there. You don't have to listen to the news. You can actually watch their feedback, what they're putting out there and get some really good information.
yeah, good platform.
Hmm.
And platform's nothing without great content. And
Hmm.
you deliver every time, Don.
Oh, thank you. Thank you. Appreciate that.
Appreciate it, buddy. And I hope that you end up stacking. Someone makes a delivery from Fort Knox and fills up your living room with 1,000 ounce silver bars this year.
Well, thank you, Dale. Hey, I wanted to give you a hats off too. When we talked last time, I was looking for looking for corn to come down and retest those lows. And all it did
Yeah,
was went sideways a little bit, but then it started a nice up move, and you were actually bullish at that time. So we give you some
yeah.
credit for
Well,
that.
I appreciate it. I'm
It's a
telling
good
people
call.
to build silos and put that wheat away. Calling it the Joseph trade, Don. All right.
There you go.
Yeah, we're gonna have to be prepared so we could feed people.
There
And
we go.
thanks for feeding us today, Don.
Oh, thank you for having me, Dale. Always a pleasure.
All right, buddy. be in touch. Don Dawson, everyone, follow his work on bar chart. Find him on LinkedIn. The gentleman that referred Don to me said that the one thing he hopes to inherit in his life would be Don's seasonal work. All right. So anyway, learn from him while old timers are still around. And
There's only a handful of us.
yeah, and with that being said, this dinosaur says, "Don't just count your pips, count your blessings." Have a great day, everybody. Get used to what we see, and I think the dollar, if they were going to blow out dollar bears, they had their chance. So, still bearish a dollar, and see everyone tomorrow. Okay, have a great day. Adios. Thanks again, Don. They're thanking you.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
I'll catch you in the spring, bro.
Okay.
All right.
Hey traders, this is Blake Morrow with Forex Analytics. Thanks for stopping by our YouTube channel. Don't forget to like these videos, share them, and subscribe to our channel so you don't miss any of the content that we provide here for free. Thanks for stopping by. I'll see you in the next video.